up, y'all? Welcome to Ashley's Affluence. I'm Ashley, and in this video I'll be talking to you about my debt and how much exactly I have. Oh my gosh. If you watched my video, Financial Goals, plug here, you'll know that I am trying to pay all my debt within a year and a half. Go ahead and watch that video. I kind of go into like some of the things that I use to help calculate how I'll be able to pay off my debt in a year and a half. But in this particular video, I'm gonna go into detail about my student loans and the debt that I actually have. And it's a hefty number, but I mean, obviously it's not as detrimental as other people's debt, so I don't even want to say that, but just the debt in general and just like having the passion or determination or to be tenacious to go after debt is admirable, no matter the amount. So anyways, all that being said, I have $60,000 of debt. $60,000. Technically, let me look. It's $58,470.98 of how much debt I have. So I'm gonna just go ahead and round that up to 60,000. Okay. So I have about 60,000 in debt. I actually had more than that, and actually I'll put like on the screen what exactly I had originally, but right now I have 6 loans left and I've already paid off 3. So I'll put the number of the amount that I've already paid off, and I had started paying them off last year. So about September-ish of last year is when I started to actually get really serious about paying my student loan debt off. Not like, don't think that like when I say serious, I was never paying off my debt. When I graduated from undergrad, I was definitely paying my debt, but I was just doing like the minimum payments or whatever it was. Backstory about my debt: I went to undergrad. It wasn't like a private school or anything. It was a public school. It was a D1 school, but it wasn't like a huge D1 school. Like at the time, we didn't even have a football team. We only had basketball and stuff. We didn't get a football team until like my 3rd to 4th year. And then that's when tuition went up. And that's actually when I started to really take out loans. And here's the thing, if you're watching this and you're a student, don't do what I did. Be better. But I took out loans to cover my tuition and then some. So I had like additional $6,000 like left over for that year, that school year, not like $6,000 each year. As I forgot what they called it, but financial refund. And I used that whatever way I wanted to. Granted, I saved some of it. I don't know where that savings went, but at the time I did save it. And, you know, and then I would treat myself to like, you know, shopping sprees every here and there, but nothing crazy. So if you are a student currently and you're watching this, don't do what I did. Don't take out more than you need. And if you are, don't even take financial aid out or student loans out or whatever, because it's the devil, y'all. It's the devil. Unless it's a low amount. But I felt like when I first graduated, I only had $14,000 in debt. I'll put exactly how much I had graduating from undergrad, right? So that's here, right? So that's the amount I had. I graduated in 2012. Y'all all up in my business. I guess y'all, I'm showing y'all my finances a little bit. But anyways, so I graduated in 2012. I started my real corporate job literally January of 2013. And then I quit that job in August of 2016, and I went back to grad school. I did take a cheaper route. I won't say cheaper route, but I didn't go to like a well-known, university or anything like that, even though I was told to do that. A lot of people were telling me, I should go to a private school or a real big name or a very prestigious university because my undergrad degree was not prestigious. And I'm so glad I did not listen to them because I refused to take out more student loan debt. Even though I did take out more student loan debt. But yeah, I went to grad school for 2 years and I did take out student loans for that. And this is the amount that I took out for grad school. If you're going to grad school or if you're going to school, try to pay off your student loans while you're in school, or just go to like a more economical school that meets your financial standards at the time. If I look back, I definitely would have went to like a community college for the first 2 years and just, and if like the college you're like for sure want to go to, you can definitely go to a community college and you can talk to the counselor at the school that you're trying to go to and be like, hey, what classes can I take at my community college that will be transferable to your school after 2 years? That way you won't lose money like of transferring schools. 2, you save tons of money doing it that way. So those are just my little tips on that. But yeah, so all in all, I owe Sally Mae $60,000. Obviously it was less than that in the beginning, but when interest is being applied, obviously it accumulates over time. So yeah, I even took a course to get my loans forgiven. Yes, I took a course to get my loans forgiven. And it was free, actually, or maybe $50, maybe $25 to $50, I can't remember. But I took a course on how to get my loans forgiven, the whole process, like literally, the lady walked me through step by step by step by step. I was gonna create a nonprofit. I just need to have my nonprofit for 4 to 5 years. I forgot the exact amount. Or if you work for a nonprofit organization, you can qualify for the loan forgiveness. So I was trying to do that, but I never started my nonprofit. Those 4 or 5 years clearly passed. So yeah, I was just like, okay, Ashley, you playing. You obviously don't want your loans forgiven. So I just X'd that plan out, and I'm just like, you just gonna have to hustle and pay it all yourself. So that's when I got serious about it. And then the COVID relief came into effect where we didn't have to pay, make any type of payments. There won't be any interest applied. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna spend my money any type of way. And I sure did. And then finally it clicked. I'm just like, wait, Ashley, like, there's no interest being applied. Why don't you just go ahead and start paying off your student loans? So that's what I started doing, even though some people will disagree. Like, they believe that you should be saving and investing with that money while, there is a COVID relief. We can agree to disagree. I'm doing both simultaneously. So for those of you, that's really a personal decision, I feel like, on that one. Some people are okay with, allowing interest to accumulate on their student loans, and I'm personally just not that comfortable with it. So yeah, that's a whole nother rant. So moving on, pay off my debt, 60 go. I am going to do the Snowball. And if you don't know what Snowball is, it's just basically going after your lowest debt amount and then just kind of like building up like a snowball. You start small and then it grows bigger. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and start with my lowest debt, and then I'm going to take care of my largest debt. There is another way which is the Avalanche, which is more a mathematical way, which is get rid of the high interest first, which I'll go ahead and tag it below. I've already tagged it in another video, but in this video, I'll go ahead and tag it. There's a spreadsheet that I found online, which will help you figure out which will be the best for you, Snowball or Avalanche. But Avalanche, you attack your highest interest debt first. So usually that's your credit cards, because they're around the 20s percentage. So you'll do that first, and then you'll go to your lowest interest. Because right now we have the COVID relief, I've decided to go ahead and do the Snowball. I've also played with the numbers enough to where even if I did the Avalanche and so forth, I would still save way more money doing the Snowball than the Avalanche in this season right now. So I have used the this template to help me decide which one's best for me, and I customized it. I did Snowball, Avalanche. I took away certain debt by the time October hits, like what would be best. So you can do that too. I'll link it below. Use it in your favor. It's a great tool. I love that tool. Okay, like if you're trying to pay off debt, get that tool. I also have my own personal spreadsheet that I created myself. It's very basic and simple. All I did was, I'm just creating a personal spreadsheet and I'm just tracking it. So if I paid this amount this month, and then this will be my balance at the end of the month. And it's just a simple tracker. Equal sign, minus, that's it. Like, you can make it yourself. If you want to make it pretty, that's on your own. But so yeah, like that's in full detail, like of my debt, how I got here, what I plan to do, join me, you know. So yeah, but here I am on this debt-free journey. Hopefully you're joining me to financial freedom. Thanks for tuning in. I do hope you find that this is helpful or encouraging in any kind of way. Until next time, peace.